So we're going to do this one again. Again, it's all the same concept, just running it again and again and again, getting those skills, building the repetition to have the confidence to make kind of risky calls. Because like you could definitely play it super safe at every point. Oh, I must have screwed that up. At every point in their decision-making tree, and like, oh, I could have healed Banshee there and probably lived like 3 or 4 more turns. Um, but that's like a learning process. I don't think you can like instinctively intuit that my almost full health Banshee, which has percent HP stuff on, like defense, HP, was just gonna get one shot by the boss just there. Certainly, I wasn't about to intuit it, and I didn't, obviously. Um, so I'll get like 3 counterattacks off, 4 counterattacks, which is not bad. I don't want to use my turn meter here though. So, and you can see basically that early on, like having the attack down just means like I just didn't take damage there. I suppose maybe there's an argument that like probably super early on you might want to consider. You might want to consider like not even bothering with the attack down, but I don't know if I would trust that. Because eventually, like, he does start doing damage, and you don't necessarily have 100% control over when that is. So everybody has used their turn meter. I think it really doesn't matter too much because I need her to take a turn. She's gonna take a turn. We're just gonna hope we're gonna get lucky. We didn't get lucky, but it's okay. And that's kind of, I guess, one of the more frustrating components of the lasting gifts being essentially random is you don't control anything. So like she took 2 turns, even though she had counterattack, she lost it within the same turn because she lapped the boss. Just and keep in mind that she has 6 speed more than the boss does. It doesn't really matter all that much because I needed that debuff space anyway. But when you're looking at this, or rather when I'm looking at this, I'm always trying to make a determination on if I made the right choice there or if I made the right choice like 2 turns ago. Because ideally, I would love to lap the boss. I suppose there's definitely a way to make it work, but I would love to lap the boss on his stun turn so that I would always have poison sensitivity. That would be a good deal. Maybe I need to look into how you do that. Um, because obviously, like right now, everything is fine, but definitely something that might be worth considering since I'm not doing a traditional counterattack comp anyway. I'm just not sure how that works mechanically. So it takes a little bit of work, obviously, to figure out how all these little things work. But so I don't want to. Oh shit! I did want to counterattack there. It'll be okay, guys. I did want to counterattack here. It did cost me. Probably better if I just put myself back on the cycle. So probably I don't know if you guys are familiar. You should be. Yeah, so I can catch up here. HP burn does more damage than poison sensitivity increased poison debuff. So if you get the chance, especially on Venus, between using her A1 and using her A3, then always use her A3. Even though it's only an 80% chance, it books up. It's only 50% chance on the sheet. It does do more damage for those few turns. This is a stun turn. People have, see, because now I'm a little out of cycle, but people have counterattack, but it doesn't matter because only one person's going to get attacked. And that person... Oh, poop. Math is hard. Careful, folks. So next turn, I have to prioritize, even though I would really not want to, getting this attack up because everybody else is going to fill the bar. So you can... Oh, good. I made it. And then I fucked it up again. Fuck. Sadness. I'm just going to use it at this point. I think the only people who are going to take more turns is Apothecary. Nobody cares about him. Um, my Apothecary is very weirdly on War Master, but he doesn't really seem to get as many triggers as I might hope. Which was the entire reason I put him on War Master. So it's kind of a little bit of a confusing situation. People say that people who have an A2 are more likely to trigger War Master than people who have like a single target, like a one hit. Which I don't necessarily know if that's how that really works. Okay, so here's a thing. Okay, so we're definitely not getting another turn on Martyr, so we need to use this, but we're definitely... Okay, we're not going to lap the boss. There was definitely a concern that we were going to lap the boss. Which we didn't, which is totally fine. So, I don't know, I feel like we're on pace still. It's not really a ginormously big deal. I feel like we're not really missing out on anything. So, yeah, run's going pretty smooth. I do feel like there's definitely some sadness right now. I'm not going to get a counterattack on her because she must have lapped the boss. There's no other way. I definitely don't want to use counterattack right now. It's going to stun him. Yeah. So if he had an aura that wasn't, I don't know. There's probably a non-zero chance maybe my Apothecary should be my leader when I'm doing Void, because he naturally just laps the boss anyway. So if I put this up here, she's going to take another turn before the boss. Yeah, before the boss does. It is nice to just get like attack, then a counterattack, and then you get another attack, and it's as if you had done the same thing, only your cooldowns go down. But when you get closer to the end here, part of your consideration is, do I have defense up? Because I need defense up. It's like, because you'd like to have defense up all the time. Or as much of the time as possible. Please don't fuck everything up. 8, so she just fucked everything up. You see that if I wanted to right now, so he's going to eat a stun. I have to make the same decision I made last time, and I'm going to make the wrong one again. But we're just going to have to push meter as much as possible. And hope that he gets there. Yeah, there's definitely no space. Okay, sweet. So it all worked out. Probably going to eat a stun here. Hopefully going to live. Yeah, stun right there. Still lived. Everything was fine, all according to the plan. And the plan was to hope and pray. Plan was definitely to hope and pray. Definitely want that attack up right now. Or that rather, I definitely want that attack down right now, even though I'm losing out on counterattack because it's turn 20. This doesn't really matter who I heal. She's going to heal herself. He's not going to heal himself, but he's going to take a turn. And then his thing will be up next. I don't think he's going to get one shot. Yeah, not going to get one shot. So that's all that really matters. You can see it's turn 20 at 100. So if I was at turn 20 and I was at 15 million, it'd be still 750,000 per turn. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I don't want to auto attack here because I want the space for weaken, which I would not have had. And then I know that Apothecary is going to get another turn, but he needs to heal himself kind of no matter what happens. So it's okay. This is fine. And then we're just going to push for another turn here. Doesn't matter. Eats the stun. Definitely doesn't matter. Takes a turn. do some damage. Do some more damage, hopefully. Heal yourself. Please don't die. I don't know. I definitely got desynced somewhere. Because this is about to come off cooldown. Hmm. Definitely got some folks dying right now. I'm still firmly in the 2 key. Or possibly dying. Yeah. So that was not having attack down there. And I definitely just fucked it up and didn't put attack down again. So this run's over. That was my mistake. Although maybe I didn't have a choice. But I feel like I probably just made a mistake. So you can see obviously attack down does a lot. You can see it cuts his damage by more than half. But even on a fail run, which is what this is like a bad run, with a couple of mistakes, still solidly 2-keying this. I think pretty much everyone's going to die. No? Okay, not going to die. And that's kind of one of the issues with Martyr. Is she doesn't maintain it up enough. So that was my screw up. Probably would have gotten to 22 there, I think, if I hadn't screwed up that attack. Because there was a turn 2 turns ago where I could have used my redundant attack down, and I didn't. So, as part of the issue, I guess, with the comp is if you have to use your, you don't have attack 1 on a skill, then you sometimes wind up losing it in a counterattack comp, where you're putting poisons, because I have 2 people who are putting poisons up. So, not the end of the world, obviously. You can see, I'll use my double key right this second, but still solidly 2-keyed. I'm about 3 million over. Oh, it was green, so I would have come out ahead, but it doesn't really matter. You can see I have no red people in my comp, so if it switches to green, I actually just get extra free damage on all my folks. I'll have to go back and look on whether or not Banshee actually really did more damage or really lived any longer. I know it's kind of silly to think about that 50% extra health won't really matter compared to lapping the boss more often. What is this? Oh, my weekly? No, just the green. Okay. Compared to lapping the boss more often, but the reality is that having 5,000 extra health is nice, but going from 33 to 38 isn't proportionally all that much. Like, maybe 12 or 15%. And the other thing is, taking extra turns means that you heal more with War Master. So, I'll leave it alone for a little while. I'm not really all that worried about it. As long as I can still 2-key, any change I make that's experimental is okay. Given that I'm getting to the point in the game where I'm getting enough speed on stuff while maintaining my thresholds that I can consider wearing boots that are purely defensive. Obviously this one's not close, but I don't really have much speed stuff on her. That was on purpose too. I could probably wear slightly more speed stuff on her if I wanted to, but I'll have to look back and see how much damage I normally deal to see if it's kind of worth it to make this swap, but it's probably the only experimental change that I made. In terms of the whole comp, people are just too fast to be speed tuned right now. I would need to lose 6 speed, basically, for her. Which I guess I could do. I was like, I either need to gain 6 speed, or I need to gain 7 speed at least to tune to Ultra Nightmare, or I need to lose 6 speed to tune to Nightmare. So this is Venus. She eats all my stuns. You can see her defense is a little low. Her HP is a little high. A little higher than most of the folks on my team, obviously. She had 38. 44 is over here. He's got a ton. 43. So she actually has the most health, but she's void, so bosses do seem to prefer to hit her. The other one, Apothecary, of course, he's my speedy boy. He's speedy because he gets used in the arena. I don't have another healer that I would feel confident about replacing him. I do have another healer in mind, which is Gul'dan over here. I have him in mind. He is speed tuned for nothing right now. Wait, what? He is speed tuned for nothing right now. I probably would be able to speed glyph him up to speed tuned for Nightmare. 170, 174 is where my speed tune starts because I have Murder at 173. He needs to go first though. He's debuff cleanser, so there's a lot of work that has to go into fixing this guy. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions or concerns, of course, you can always shoot me a DM on Discord or here on Twitch, and we can kind of talk about it and hash it out.